You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, King Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's Gossip Girl After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Gossip Girl After Show.
What up, AfterBuzzers? Bing is for doing, and we are here doing another AFTERBUZZ TV After Show for Gossip Girl, the 6th and final season, episode 5. Monster Ball.
Monstrous Ball.
Monstrous Ball. Is that what it is? Monstrous.
Monstrous.
Monstrous
like the
Ball.
adjective, not the noun.
Oh, I blew it. I told you guys one of you should host tonight. I can't do this, guys. But before we do anything else, I'm Roxy Striar, along with the two beautiful, lovely, fantastic, fabulous women across from me, Jessica King.
I don't know if my mic's on. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're a little quiet, though.
Hey!
Oh, there we go.
Goes.
There she is. And Sara Stretton.
Wait, okay, I'm on though, right?
Sorry,
Yes? No?
it didn't unmute when I hit it, sorry.
No, that's all good. We're all live and ready to go.
We're all good.
But you know who we're missing tonight? Phil.
Yeah.
He promised
Unacceptable.
to be here.
It was his birthday this weekend, so we can try to cut him some slack. But he didn't respond to my birthday text, and he didn't show up for Gossip Girl, so he's
So not
officially
cool.
on the shit list. That's what I have to say about that. But you know what? Because he's not here tonight, we actually have the ability to do something that we don't usually do. You know, usually at AfterBuzz, we break things down by topics, and we stick to a certain amount of things because we only have about 45 minutes to talk about every show. But you know what? To you, Phil, right now, because we're just going to go through every single topic.
Roxy's sassy today.
I'm a little sassy. Phil's going to watch back this, and this will be the last episode that you ever see me do at AfterBuzz. Great. That will be good.
Farewell. He's not here.
But we're just going to go. I know.
It doesn't.
So we're taking a liberty.
But you know what? In our defense, it was such a good episode, and there's so much to talk about that it's impossible to break it down into just 3 topics.
That's what we walked in, and you were like, how amazing was last night? We had another AfterBuzz host come in being like, oh, snap, Frank
And then Roxy
Ocean was
ignored
on
me.
this shit. I didn't ignore you.
Yes, you were painting your nails, and I was like, we have to do topics.
Okay, so, which is why they didn't get done, obviously.
Exactly.
I'm a little scatterbrained today. Give me a break. So, anyway, let's start from the top.
Let's do it.
We see the situation with Blair. Her dress line is a disaster. That white gown, lace, what the hell?
Hideous.
I mean, couldn't they? She knows that was so hideous. It looked like a wedding dress from Frankenstein, Bride of Dracula.
Something.
You guys know what I'm
Not only
saying.
a different decade, different century.
Yeah, I was really disappointed in Blair because usually, I mean, she definitely has her granny outfit days, but she definitely also sometimes has a really cute style about her.
Right.
And that dress was so awful.
And you're not the only one disappointed in her, but we'll get to that.
Yes.
With Mother Dearest. But okay, so Dan's the one who's like, that's old school, and not like, yo, that's old school. Like, no, like that's something that old people wear
Yeah.
To school.
to school.
To school.
Can you imagine somebody walking into school in that dress?
Ugh.
That was
That
actually
was
a
the
really good
intro they were
soundbite. I'm
getting.
into that one. So anyway, she starts from scratch, and she decides that she has to do something a little more sexy. Mm-hmm. Which is where Sage comes into the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Evil, manipulative little
What's
sage.
this
Little
girl?
brat.
This girl, I guess we can't even just go in order that, but we're going to have to talk about Sage right now for a little bit. So Blair approaches Sage and is like, listen, the dress that you have, and by the way, the dress that Sage had looked gorgeous. And Sage is like, it's from Paris. And Blair's like, I don't care, you're wearing Waldorf. And Sage is like, no. I'm making a statement in whatever I wear, and it will not
And
be Waldorf
unfortunately,
Design.
it won't be Waldorf.
Why is Sage just like the new it? I feel like there's so many other it girls that could be around. Why are we so obsessed with Sage?
I am not obsessed with Sage. She's annoying. I don't like that. I mean, they made
Tell it how it is, Sarah.
Yeah.
Well, they made a point to say that like these younger girls don't have any allegiance. And that's kind of true. I think that's why I don't like her. It's because she's so all over the place with like who she's hurting and when. And it's just annoying. She doesn't have any friends. She needs a friend.
I just still find it hard to believe that this like high school teenager is all of a sudden all up in the mix and people are taking her seriously and actually paying attention to her and giving her the time of day. Like,
But to play devil's advocate, people did take Serena and Blair seriously. And, you know, this girl, she's 17. Now Serena and Blair are supposedly 22.
but Serena and Blair were still in their world of high school. Like everything else around them was mostly high school also.
Well, just because we were in that world with them doesn't mean that they were an older age than Sage was, you know what I mean? Like, we're just not used to seeing younger people anymore, but they were doing the same crap.
But there's
Yeah.
no one who's Sage's age.
Yeah.
It's just
We saw her
Sage.
minions.
But I just feel like if I were
For a
Serena and
second.
Blair, oh yeah, like 3 weeks ago or something. But I feel like if I were Serena and Blair, I wouldn't pay her any attention. I'd be like, look, you're 17. I don't have time for this. Like, get away.
But now they're getting kind of old. Who else is going to be the it girl? Who else could Blair use to dress? I mean, she tried. We don't even know that girl's
Her
frickin'
friend, which
name.
she's so mean to.
Her friend.
Yeah.
Can we call it that?
Her
Minion
minion,
number 2.
whatever, yeah.
Head minion for the time being. No, wait, is it Penelope? No,
No,
Penelope's the other
Penelope's
one.
gone.
What,
Nellie, Penelope, those are the-
no.
Jessica is the blonde girl.
Oh,
I have a soft spot for
how
her
do you
in my
remember
heart.
that?
It was tough, but it just came to me.
From one Jessica to another. But anyway, they play some trick on her, and Jessica is waiting in the staircase for like 12 hours or something.
Yeah.
Don't even know what happened there. But anyway, okay, moving on. So then there's this awkward situation where Blair hasn't been invited. I mean, Serena hasn't been invited to the Cotillion because Steven didn't invite her, and Sage is like, yeah, it's for family only. Duh. Serena's kind of pissed. Does Serena have a right to be upset about this?
No.
It's Sage's Cotillion. Why would Serena be invited?
And Sage doesn't even like her. So, I mean, I feel like she should be like, you know what, I'm going to let you guys do your family thing because so far Serena went with them to the horse races and has already done all of their father-daughter stuff with them.
Right.
And I feel like she should have just been like, that's totally fine. Like, you guys do your thing, father-daughter, like, have your night.
If you were Sage, would you hate Serena too?
Possibly. I mean, I would not want my parent dating someone who's
That young,
closer to my
yeah.
age than theirs. That would probably make me mad. And the fact, what would really make me mad is if I was Sage and I heard my dad say like, oh, well, your opinion doesn't matter. It would make
Yeah.
me hate her so much more, just knowing that like
Yeah.
I didn't have a right to say anything.
And it would be frustrating if you already hated her, but she already is so popular that all your friends are like, oh my gosh, your dad is dating Serena Vanderwoodson and she has this reputation. That would like kind of just irk me even
That's
more.
true. I'm just trying to kind of make her Sage more human because it seems like she's going to be around for the next 5 episodes. I mean,
Do you think so?
yeah, definitely. You don't think we're going to see her again?
I mean, I think we'll see her again, but I have a feeling, I'll say it at my predictions, never mind.
Well, now that, yeah, he did cut things, I don't know. I have a feeling she's going to be around, even though Nate cut ties and Steven cut ties with Serena, which we'll get to, of course. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing more of her, so I'm trying to get used to her. I'm trying to make her into this human. I'm trying to like her a little.
I'm telling you, she needs her own group of friends. It will
Yeah, but
help.
how are we going to introduce an entire freaking group of friends?
Maybe when Jenny gets back.
There you go. They can be besties.
Wow, I actually feel like that would be a really good pairing. Lil J.
Jenny and Eric hang out with her.
Seriously. Couldn't you picture Lil J being friends with Sage?
Totally. And like scheming against everyone else around them.
Actual match made in heaven.
We should contact the writers. Hello.
Yeah, so that they, because I'm sure they haven't already
Storyline
filmed.
idea.
We have a good idea for you guys. Okay, so then we find out eventually that Steven's being really weird for a very good reason. Well, actually, I don't know if it's a good reason to be weird, but Serena goes to Nate to get some help. And she's like, listen, Nate, I need guy advice. So weird. Like, why? What? Why do they? I mean, why does she go to Nate?
They're besties.
It's so weird. She just got
But she
caught.
doesn't have any other friends.
I know, but he just found out that she had sex with him, and now it's like, wouldn't you try to steer clear for a week?
Who else is she going to
Nothing
go
in
to?
Gossip Girl world makes sense.
The only other person she had was
Why did she have to
Lily.
go to anybody about it?
Because it was bothering her, because she thought that he was like being distant.
Well, maybe if she wasn't such a bitch to Blair, she could go to Blair about it.
Whoa there, Tiger. Tell us how you really feel.
You know I love Blair. You know I have a soft spot for her. But anyway, so she goes to Nate. Nate's like, well, my psycho exes go through my emails. And she's like, bum ba bum.
Idea.
I have a brilliant idea. Wow, I'm going to do Serena with a British accent now. I have a brilliant idea. So she goes and she's an English accent. How do you guys come up with that shit so quick? It's like I say something and button all of a sudden for it. You know what I'm going to say before I do. It's like Inception.
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
I'm into it. I'm into it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so very good. So she goes to the briefcase and she's going through and she's looking for the computer. And instead of the computer, she finds a little box. And inside a little box, what is it?
An engagement ring.
An engagement ring. So we find this ring and she's like, 30-second, like, ah!
Please don't. ever
Jumping
make that
up,
sound
like-
again. Stop.
Oh, sorry.
Stop. I feel like
That's not a good noise.
screeching.
Shut your mouth.
Thank you.
There you go.
Oh my God, you're getting way too good at this. Like, you've been in the booth clearly too much time now and you know exactly what buttons to push. Anyway, so.
His eyes are closed. He's
Yeah,
like,
So she's like 30-second freak out party to herself. So excited. OMG, Gossip Girl, XOXO. And at that moment, of course, Sage walks in. And obviously goes through the briefcase after Serena leaves and finds out that her father is going to propose.
Dun,
Giant
dun, dun.
rock.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
was that not the most beautiful? I tried to combine gorgeous and beautiful. Beautiful.
Gorge before?
It was gorgeous, beautiful, and amazing. She had every right to freak out about it. But how long have these two been dating?
What, 5 months?
Not very long. And the thing that really bothered me was when she told Lily about it, and Lily was like, "Are you ready for this? Like, is this what you want?" And she's like, "Well, I never thought about it, but I mean, now that I saw the ring, like, yeah, like clearly she just wanted that rock and the excitement of the attention around her.
Note to self: if you've never thought about it,
Not ready."
it's probably not your biggest dream.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, come on.
Probably not right.
Just our opinion. You know, we totally could be wrong. If you have an opinion, you know what you should do?
Give us a call.
You should, yeah, you could call us 424-256-1729, or you could go to YouTube like you do all the time. We love the YouTube comments and the views. Or, do you guys know what I'm going to say? I bet you do. iTunes. We love the iTunes. Go to iTunes.
Rate us.
How can you take me seriously when it's like we're getting... Okay, somebody
Wedding
proposed to
music.
me. Somebody proposed. So go to iTunes, give us that 5-star rating. Comment about how amazing all these sound cues are, these wedding things, whatever you want to say. Leave your Twitter handle. We will give you a shout out. And, you know, just show us some love.
Because we love you.
We love to feel love. We love you, XOXO. What is wrong?
Okay, back on topic.
Anyway, so that was my little iTunes spiel. Moving on. Gonna propose. Kind of freaking out. Sage is pissed. She's like, light bulb. How can I get my dad not to do this whole ordeal?
Blair.
I'm gonna go to Blair. Because Blair knows all the schemes.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes to Blair, and Blair's like, all right, I'll call this off in exchange for you wearing my dress. Blair, you're smarter than this. Come on now. She's stripped in your clothing.
Yeah. What? Yeah, seriously.
Are you for real?
Oh, snap!
Oh, snap. But seriously, come on, Blair. Like, really?
Yeah,
No.
I thought that was really stupid, especially since that whole incident just happened so recently, and it's like, are you really trusting this girl right now? Like, she's been nothing but trouble and drama for you.
But she does. Anyway, and we've got 3 levels of schemes going on. Number 1, Blair calls Lily. Hello, Blair. It's such a pleasant surprise to hear from you. Hello, Lily. This is a big disaster. I'm sure you've heard about Serena and Steven.
I didn't know Blair's voice sounded like that.
Would you like to do a better job?
No, go ahead. You're
No, it's
doing
okay.
fine.
Take over.
No,
I've got
go,
all the time in the world.
Come on, let's go.
And by all the time in the world, I mean I have about 30 minutes left, so not really. So anyway, they have this little conversation, and Lily is like, falls right into Blair's trap and tells Steven, no, I don't give you permission.
What does Blair say? Like the second that she poses any kind of worriedness or whatnot, that Lily becomes overprotective mom and tries to do whatever she can to solve the situation.
I think really what it is Lily is just like bored sometimes and just likes to play God and deal with everything.
Yeah.
Does she really give a shit? Probably not.
No, she
Well, it
just
is her
has-
daughter.
I don't feel the love.
I feel no love. Like, what kind of relationship do Lily and
I
Serena
think
have?
Lily knows she's a horrible mom, and so she always wants to jump at the opportunity to be the good mom. Like, I just knew it wasn't right for
the
you.
good mom on
or-
paper.
Yeah.
It's not like in actuality.
Yeah.
Because I really feel like Steven's a good guy, and Steven's the type of guy you would kind of want your daughter to end up with.
Yeah. But considering that Lily had Adam first and...
Steven.
Yes.
Creepy.
And
Adam.
like we had at him.
Oh. Adam, Steven,
Adam
yes.
slash Steven.
Oh no, Charlie, Ivy, Lola,
Yeah, exactly.
Steven, Adam.
All these names just mushed together. You know, like we said earlier, that Serena hasn't been with him that long anyway. I don't know. There's room
I thought it was
for-
valid, but still, because of Blair's phone call, come on.
Yeah, of all people, like.
But anyway, that's only one part of the scheme. The second part is that Sage is going to get her dad to resize her a ring for
that
her
her mom gave her,
and get Gossip Girl to take a picture. And
she got her
They will
dad's
make it-
phone and sent a cancellation text message to Serena not to go to the Cotillion.
right, which who freaking knows how she did that? But she ends up doing it, and they work it out so that it looks like the dad
Steven.
It's over Serena.
is over Serena. And I kind of agreed that the dad was over Serena for that moment and that he was listening to Lily. But we were wrong. Or I was wrong. Did you guys fall for that too?
I did, yeah.
I agree. I'm just gonna say, I agree.
Okay, so anyway.
Short and sweet.
Moving on. Then step C comes into play, which wasn't originally in the plan, but Georgina with the sex tape and la-di-da-di-da. Sage snatches that shit.
I hated this part. I thought it was so
Oops.
fake, and like for Georgina, who's so conniving
I know.
herself and always on top of that kind of shit, for her to just not notice, like such a hard push like that, like oops, sorry, and for her to not notice that her phone was taken, and what, like the rest of the night she just doesn't like dig in her purse to check her phone or anything, was just so
Exactly.
not
Of course.
believable to me.
I completely agree. And you know what? This is the weirdest thing. You guys, it's going on my weird train for the night, but when they bumped into each other, I kind of like, I don't know why, maybe because I've been watching a lot of kids shows recently, but I expected Georgina to be like, move it, football head.
Nerd alert!
You guys know, like, Hey Arnold?
Yes.
Like, she like didn't say anything. She was basically
Yeah, she just like looked at her.
she was like, whatever. Like, usually Georgina would be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Obviously not, because it's CW, but
And it was really weird for me that we haven't seen Georgina and Sage interact at all, like this entire season. And all of a sudden, Sage is just super interested in Georgina's conversation. We haven't seen Sage interact with Dan or Georgina. And all of a sudden, she's just like, excuse me, hold on.
it's too coincidental.
Yeah,
We're not that dumb.
exactly.
I mean, tonight,
I wish that would have just been like written and thought out a little bit better.
I completely agree, but it wasn't. So those are the 3 steps. But the good part, I thought was a really smart part of the episode, was that Blair wasn't actually out to get Serena. She kind of was doing something nice.
Although
she started like in the wrong direction.
She did, but she didn't let it go too far.
She was, I mean, one thing that she was not being completely a great friend or whatever, because she was doing it for her own personal gain, which was for
Selfish.
Waldorf Designs, to put a dress out there, to get it publicity. Like, that was her motivation, which isn't some
greatest.
thing.
No,
And I
and that
get
was
it that
good.
she said that, you know, she stopped before she realized that anyone would get hurt. Like, that's the difference between her and Serena. But she shouldn't have done it at all to begin with.
I mean,
Not getting hurt, getting lasting hurt.
I think it's kind of effed up, though, that Stephen would propose during his daughter's cotillion. So I understood why Blair was like, I mean, when Sage went to her, she was like, we're going to get outshined. And it's true. That's kind of effed up. It's your huge moment, your big day, and your dad's proposing to the girl that you hate.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
So I thought, I don't know, and obviously Blair wasn't being sensitive in that sense, but I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt that maybe that was going into her decision.
You're never going to see anything wrong with Blair.
I know.
Can you at least say that her dress that she designed was awful?
Yeah.
The sexy one?
The white one?
The white one that
Yeah,
Sage wore.
With the weird
I didn't
purple
understand with the
satin
cutout and the
covering.
with that,
I just didn't get it.
Yeah.
It kind of just looked like fabric. It looked like a toga almost,
To me, it looked like an 8th grader
it
made
looked like a mistake. I was like, what the
It was
hell?
awful.
which is why, yes, it's getting a lot of press, but when we were supposed to be shocked when Eleanor was like, I'm coming home, I didn't like it, I was like, Avi.
Yeah. And I'm sick of seeing Sage rip her clothes open
Like, how many more times can we see that?
on a stage. Come on.
Speaking of Sage, though, let's kind of just finish up her little storyline here with Nate. So, it seemed like Nate knew what was going on when they were walking down because he was like, are you ready for this? But really, he was just talking about Cotillion. And during all these shenanigans, onto the screen, we see the sex tape. And we'll go back to talking about we'll go and talk about Dan and Serena, the whole situation, but just talking about Nate and the way he reacted, he was like, listen, you little frickin' high schooler, Serena's my friend, we're done.
I didn't understand this part because he was like, you may be legal, but this is too high school for me. But she's not legal.
She claims that it was legal in a couple episodes ago. She
Yeah,
said
she was
that it
like
was
17
fine
in
or
New York is legitimate.
something weird. It was like
Interesting.
thrown away.
It was just so Gossip Girl didn't have to explain statutory rape. Like, literally. Anyway, though, so justified that he was like, I'm done.
Yeah. I just don't understand how he's so oblivious to everything. He always seems to be so in the dark with everything that goes on, and then he has such a huge reaction. I don't think he's done, but he'll come back, crawling back next week.
Yeah, I don't think they're finished either.
Like, he had that same huge reaction when he found out that she was underage and was like, I can't do this. We're done. And then he wasn't done.
He doesn't stick to his word very often now, does he?
Not at all.
It's true. Let's talk about the sex scandal now. I mean, Dan and...
Sex? Yes, please.
There we go.
I will agree with that wholeheartedly. Sex, yes, please. Anyway, so in the morning, we see Dan and Blair are together. Throughout the day, we learn Dan is actively pursuing Blair for the 1000th time. I start to feel bad for him. He's not handing in his article on Blair because he's trying to get her back. Then we find out that he published his article on Chuck, and then we find out that
It was nice.
it's really nice. What's the angle here?
Well, last time he went after Blair, he tried to do the opposite. He tried to take down Chuck and prove that he was like a bad guy, and remember?
Right.
Be like the stand-up guy. So maybe he's trying to, come from a different angle.
There's
But what
definitely
is the
something
angle?
up. I don't know. But he looked hot with his hair slicked back and his tux. OMG.
More importantly,
No, that
Just
is more
saying.
importantly. Don't be facetious about that because I'm with Jessica on this one.
He looked so good.
He looked great. And obviously Chuck always looks amazing. Anyway, though, so are we like, what the hell? Why are they bringing Dan and Blair this frickin' storyline? What the hell? Or do we need that to be the ends that justify the means that was the end of the episode tonight? Which
Yeah, I
finally
don't-
showed.
Why was Dan all of a sudden interested again? Was it after he saw the ring? Like he wanted a challenge again? Or like what? Like he's been so over it for the past couple weeks that he's been hooking up with all these different girls and getting all this attention. And I don't understand how it came back, how it circled back to that.
Well, I think he's always loved Blair, and I think he's
Yeah.
made that clear. But yeah, I don't know why today. Why this episode? Stretz answers.
I mean, I remember we saw that look like as he walked into her apartment, and there's that like longing when he decided to stay with her. But I do think it was just to get them to be like fully separate again. And I think it's believable for someone who's had feelings for someone to have them rekindled or relighted or whatever very quickly.
Yeah.
That I understand.
Yeah.
So that I believe.
But it's like
And-
after you find out that she's wearing his engagement ring around her neck and just waiting to be with him, and then all of a sudden you regain this urge to be with her again.
You know what, though? I was actually kind of happy about this. I felt like I needed a little closure because remember last week I said, as much as I love Blair and Chuck together, and I'm obsessed with them, I never hated Dan with Blair. So I wanted to feel some of that hatred, and I forgot he cheated on her with Serena, and it brought back a little bit of hatred, which made me realize, like, they couldn't be together.
And it's
Not
just
that
a
I wanted them
sad
to be.
relationship.
Right.
It's sad because he might be in love with her, but she is
So
off in her
not in-
own
yeah.
world. Like, there's so many
Right.
instances where you see him, like, staring longingly at her, and she's just, like, following Chuck.
Chuck.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I actually was glad that they put this back in. But then, I mean, we never thought the sex tape was going to come full circle. We did think it was going to, but it kind of took a while here.
And we didn't think it was going to come from Sage.
Yeah, definitely not, but it did, the little troublemaker. So mortifying at Cotillion. Could there be a more mortifying place to be outed? Yeah. And it's funny because the whole episode they talk about being outed, like coming out. This is your coming out, and like there's nothing more coming out than
Oh my gosh.
a sex tape.
OMFG.
Are we in agreement with Steven for ending things with Serena about after this tape?
Yeah.
Yes, and why wasn't it brought up? Because they had the whole spiel about who they've been with in the past. Why wasn't that brought up at all?
Because remember she went to go see Dan and was like, "You're not going to write about it, right?" And she thought that she was
But why wasn't
safe.
it brought up
Right.
when the video showed?
Exactly, why
didn't
wasn't
he
it
say,
like-
you lied also? Like,
Yeah.
it proves that you still haven't matured when 2 weeks ago or a week ago you lied to me
I
about
think
this
that was
exact
bad
thing.
writing because that was supposed to be the whole point in my eyes. But clearly they
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah, and I think, there's just like been so many surprises with Serena. Like, how many can you take in one relationship? Like, with the whole who did you sleep with, and then the whole Nate thing, and then now this. It's just like, I for sure think that he deserves to be pissed.
Speaking of Serena surprises, though, how did we feel about that last scene with her and Dan and shakes and pizza and
Love it!
burgers and fries?
Love it!
What is your deal with incest? What's your deal, bro?
Rufus and Lily are so not together anymore.
Not right now, but
No, no,
wait
no,
for
no,
some
no,
news
no,
and
no.
gossip.
We don't have any.
You do.
Well, anyway.
She's ignoring it.
Yes, I do, bitch.
Yeah. Anyway, Serena and Dan are meant to be, and
Somebody
that's
get me
that.
out of here. Well, okay, why are you so obsessed with them?
I
The
love them together. They
Bland
were-
1 and Bland 2.
No.
And Serena will never
They
have
were each
3
other's
pieces of
first
pie.
true loves.
Bullshit. I'm calling your bluff. Yeah, you're gonna have key lime, apple, and blueberry. Like, my ass, you skinny bitch. And fries. Yeah,
And a shake. And a burger.
She's gonna have one bite and be like, I'm done. And then Dan's
Exactly.
gonna shove his face and be lonely boy for life.
No.
And that's gonna be the end of this.
They're going to be Mr. and Mrs. Lonely Boy.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does. They're going to be together. I just
guarantee
know it.
you that at some point in the next 5 episodes, we hear the phrase, like, lonely, like them together, unlonely boy, Mr. and Mrs. Unlonely, or unlonely boy, or something about, there's going to be a play on
I
that.
could write this shit.
You could write this shit. We should write, oh my God, we should write,
Use your words.
we should write an after, like 6. We're gonna see the final, and then we should write an after that,
cannot talk.
like a movie like Sex and the City. You know how they did that? We should do that,
I think
Yes.
they are. Aren't they doing a flash
and then we
forward
should
or something?
Yeah,
though,
but
in the
we should
final?
write one, and we should star in it.
Ooh,
Who
yeah.
are you gonna be?
Who are you gonna be?
Who am I gonna be?
Blair, duh.
Duh. Who are you gonna be?
Black Serena.
Okay, that's chill. Who are you gonna be?
I have no idea.
Georgina.
I'll be Georgina.
What? This is gonna be amazeballs. That would be sick.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe we should dress up for the last episode. I don't want to wear Blair shit though.
I'd have to wear a blonde wig.
Speaking of Gossip Girl ending though, it is sad, but we do have so many other amazing shows to watch here. At AfterBuzz, we cover over 50 shows in the fall alone, 150 in general. The fall's a huge season for us. There's such great ones. What are you guys working on, and or what are you watching that's like my favorite? And don't give me a bullshit show that we don't cover here and that isn't the season, Sarah, because you don't listen to my goddamn questions. So starting with Jessica, so you can follow her lead. What do we love?
In case you haven't noticed, I'm covering Gossip Girl XOXO, and I'm really sad that there's only 5 more episodes. But I'm also covering Jersey Shore. And some of the other shows Some of the other shows that I absolutely 100% positively so much love this season, I'm loving Nashville, Modern Family, New Girl, Revenge, Housewives of Beverly Hills just started last week. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die.
Okay, what do we love?
You are just in the TV.
Those are all good, and we cover them all.
Love them.
Literally, all of them.
So you can just come here every day. Mm-hmm. I'm obviously covering Gossip Girl.
We gotta get you to pick up more shows too, because
Gossip Girl's only
yeah.
I know. I'm really sad.
You gotta figure this out, Sarah.
I will. We'll figure it out. No, but other than that, I'm just doing, Once Upon a Time and random other shows. I flip-flop with all my roommates. Honestly, I can't
So
lie.
you're not a loyal fan to anything?
You guys
Not at
didn't
the
name.
moment.
That's
Except for
rude.
Gossip Girl and Once Upon a Time.
Excuse me. You are such a loyal fan to Gossip Girl. You can't say
I
you're
just
not.
said.
I know she said you're not a loyal fan. I'm sticking up for you.
No, I was saying to anything else.
Okay, good, because I'll gonna shit on you. No, but neither of you named 2 of my favorites, Homeland and American Horror. Like,
I'm still catching up to season
American
2
Horror.
of
Scares
Homeland.
me every time I watch it. I can't.
so freaking good.
I can't. Nightmares.
And ANTM and a million other things. So anyway, if you watch a show, we cover it. If you watch a show and we don't cover it, I don't know what kind of freaking TV you're watching, but let us know what freaky shit you're into, and we'll cover it. Unless it's like after-hour shows, I'm pretty sure we don't cover that stuff here.
We are the After Hour show.
Yeah. So anyway, fall lineup, amazing. Getting back to the episode, let's talk a little Charlie, Lola, Ivy, Rufus situation. Rufus is getting so played. It's insane. I mean,
I can't handle it.
is she starting to actually crush on him?
That's my question. Is she just really good at faking that she likes him?
I think
She's
she's a
really
bitch.
good at faking everything. She faked to be these people's family for how long? Got close to the granny.
But she had feelings for people when she was faking being Charlie Abbott. Blah, blah, blah.
I still
she
don't believe
had
that.
feelings for Nate.
And I think she had feelings for the grandma too. She was really sweet.
Yeah, and so I kind of
Cece.
feel like she is
I miss
having.
Cece.
I'm feeling her feelings for Rufus.
I'm feeling the feelings.
I hate her.
see
You're not feeling the feelings we're feeling?
I hate her.
I
I hate her. I hate Charlie Ivy.
So some of them have British accents, and she
Oh,
just
yes.
got to do
I
it right.
hate
Charlie Ivy's got a I hate her.
She doesn't get the British accent.
She kind of like Honey Boo Boo.
Y'all better recognize.
Okay.
Please continue to speak like that.
So anyway, though, she's trying to take Lily down still, and we keep seeing her on the phone. We can only assume she's on the phone with Lola. Lola, Ivy,
Charlie.
the other one.
Person.
Vanderwoodson.
Right? And is this gonna all backfire? I mean, how's this gonna play out, guys?
It all backfires.
I don't
Always.
understand how people don't care
Theme of
about
the show.
lies. Like, when they find out that people are lying to them, they don't, like, Rufus just found out that she's been lying this whole time about being rich, and she came to him saying that she had nothing, and he's like, oh, I've never been so grateful to Cece. And I get it that he needs the money.
But it was weird.
But at the end of the day, she still lied. And, like, why not address that? Like, why did you tell me you had nothing and
But guys,
nowhere to go?
why did she drop that money? Clearly feelings, right? Right? Or did she
I
just want to
think
keep
it's still part of her plan.
as an act?
Yeah, I think so.
She used to keep him happy.
Part of the plan.
There we go.
Oh my god, that's kind of like her.
I have the chills.
Did that give you the
That really
chills?
scared me.
I'm still like really hot and sweaty over here. Is that sexy? Should I not? TMI.
Make you Randy.
I'm loving all the Austin Powers. It's because I dressed up as a fembot for Halloween.
There you go.
It was actually amazing. I saw pictures.
Oh.
Okay, so anyway, that pretty much, I guess Chuck, Vendetta, father, and yeah, speaking of the lies, Bart tells Lily about the oil thing, and Lily's like, that's all I need to know.
Yeah. And she's like, clearly, I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for.
Down?
But the look on her face was just like, she knows something's up, she doesn't want to get involved, and she knows Bart is a piece of shit.
Oh, see, I read it completely differently.
Yeah, no.
I was like, Lily is ready to partner in the illegal, almost going to prison town.
That's
No,
what Gossip
because
Girl
if she
said.
doesn't know anything else, then she can't, like, if she ever gets asked about it, then technically she won't be lying.
Gossip Girl, though, knows all, and Gossip Girl's voiceover said, these new partner in crime. Partners in crime. So, you know what? I'm going to have to go with Gossip Girl on this one, okay? I know you think you know.
I know all. But why else would she stop him before, like, getting the whole story, you know? It's like, she can't,
Because
like,
she's
what
in
she
it.
doesn't know can't hurt her.
I
you
see what
know?
you're saying.
Oh, to me, it was more like, oh, that's not that bad. We'll be
As
fine.
long as nobody got hurt, because that's what I really care about, that nobody gets hurt in the situation. But really, if you're dealing...
Everyone has an accent tonight.
If you forget the oil, I don't mind. If you go to prison, as long as I get the money. It's all about the money. And that's how I feel about that. So anyway, as far as the episode goes, I think we covered it head to toe. Am I missing anything? From sex tape to scandal to ugly dresses to Blair's mother being pissed and coming home
To engagement rings.
to engagement rings. We had a hell of an episode.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, we don't have that much news and gossip. Maybe it's because we're getting so much in the episodes that they are trying to leave us hanging. But we can go to news and gossip because we do have a couple things.
AfterBuzz TV.
So here we go. Here's what we got. Savages was released on DVD this week. So if you didn't see it in theaters, did you guys see it in theaters?
Nope.
Neither did I. I saw half of it. We're bad here. So we did not see it in theaters either. So don't
I saw
blame
the beginning
yourself.
of it.
Well, Sarah saw a little bit. She's better than us. Don't blame yourself.
the previews.
I totally watched the trailer. I watched the trailer. No, I know we have busy lives, and really we're at AfterBuzz a lot. And sometimes I don't like to see these actors as other characters because it takes me out of it. But you know, I hear that Blake did a great job in it, so we should be supporters. And now that it's out on DVD, we have no excuses. So we'll have a little bit of a popcorn movie night where we eat like 3 pieces of pie just to be like, oh, girl, Blake, yeah.
One bite of 3 pieces.
And okay, moving on to we have some spoiler alerts.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
The lights, you know, the whole deal. Okay, December 10th, we know there's going to be a plane crash, and there's going to be a death. We don't.
OMG, that's the week before the finale.
Right, we don't know if those two things are tied together.
I feel like the only people who have planes are the Basses.
People are guessing that the death is Bart.
Again.
And that, because that's going to be what
The real
rekindles the other spoiler alert. Apparently, they're Rufus and Lily probably going to get back together. We know there are going to be 2 weddings. One of them, most obviously, is going to be Chuck and Blair. And the other one, people are thinking, is going to be Rufus and Lily.
Whoa.
And how does that make you feel about the fact that we're going to have flash forwards and Dan and Serena are probably going to be together?
Hey, that's fine. They're not blood.
Incest, yo.
They were together first.
And that makes it
So
right.
there. It's love, man.
Girl, you're a crazy
I love
bitch.
love. I love love.
You feelings, the feelings of love you feeling?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that is seriously all the news and gossip. These kids are staying low for a little bit here. I think just waiting for their contracts to run out so they can start doing
They're ready to move on.
bigger things. They're ready to move on. Which moves us into predictions. Guys, we got 5 episodes left.
Your AfterBuzz
Like I'm
TV
saying, we got a death, so yeah, maybe Bart, but who else could be on the table here?
It definitely has to be. I think it has to be someone connected to like Chuck and the Bassets. So either I don't think it's gonna be Chuck because they can't kill Chuck.
Yeah.
But Bart.
I
For some
agree
reason,
that-
I'm like, what if Lily dies? But that probably wouldn't do very much.
Yeah.
So
Nothing will do
really
much
would come of that.
because I mean Bart already was dead at the start of the season and he'd be dead at the end of the
He's
season.
gonna die again, and then they're gonna have a second funeral. I agree that Bart. It would make sense for Bart to die. I feel like starting with this episode and probably throughout the next 5 seasons, the 5 episodes, like what, the first 5, they brought in all of these random characters that we were so confused about, like who are they and what are they gonna do and whatever. And now I think tonight kind of started the beginning of them all going away. You know, like we're probably not going to see Steven anymore. I don't know what's going on with Sage and Nate. And I think it's just going to finally wrap up to be like the 5 main people.
That was a really good prediction. I'm into that. And if that's how it works out, tears of joy. Do you guys think that Dan is right at all, that Chuck will never go for Blair? No, he's wrong. Chuck will eventually deal with the shit and then be with Blair.
I think Dan's right.
And on that, we didn't hear that, so we should have ended 5 seconds. I would like to stop at Sarah's answer. That's the official answer on the record.
Yes.
And
No.
whatever, team over here. We need to get our shit together for next week. But until then, you can find us on Twitter. And by us, I mean 2 of us, because one of us is a hater. So, Jessica, where can we find you?
Find me at I am Jessica King on Twitter.
At Roxy Striar. And until next week, don't forget about the iTunes. We need your help, babies. So please, XO, XO.
XO, XO. Mwah.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff. We would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.